Open Meetings Act. This meeting is being held both in public, both in person and online. Mr. Paul, has anybody signed up by 8 o'clock this morning to speak? No? Okay, good deal. In which case then, we're going to move forward and welcome visitors, announcements, and presentations. So you're going to get used to seeing us every week for a short period of time to at least August. This is our budget time. So instead of our usual second and fourth Tuesday, we will be in here. The good news is it'll keep the meetings from being 30 agenda items long. The bad news is you're going to see my smiling face every week from now until the end of August. So, yay. Two commissioners are not with us this morning. They're at a school. They have required hours every year, so many hours of continuing education they must get. So they're down at College Station, hopefully getting those continuing education hours. On this end, today, we're going to go over a pretty light agenda, not too much to it. Commissioner, you got anything in precinct 2?
That Holland Dusty Rock.
Getting dry.
That's dry. Hopefully we've got some chances starting tonight, tomorrow night, Thursday, Friday, and chances next week. Hopefully we need some rain desperately now.
Yeah, it's going to get dry quick. Same thing happened precinct 3.
Stirring up dust. That's about it.
Cleaning ditches and stirring up dust. Okay, good deal. Mr. Goins, anything from ESD1?
Still hot, still dry, and we're praying for these rains there.
I wish we could compare everybody's attitude back in
Yeah.
February, March, and right now. It's a little drier right now, to be honest with you.
April, May could have saved some for June, July, and August.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings none, that's for sure. Philip, anything in IT?
Just the AT&T issues overnight and this morning, Judge.
Yeah. Gotcha, good deal. All right, in which case, anybody else, Rachel, anything for us this morning? Yeah. All right. Justin, you got anything from the constable's point of view?
Just chasing papers right now, the writs have jumped up on us, between eviction, rate possession, all the way to, I think it's the radio here, for a lot of writs.
Okay,
And one that's pretty substantial, I have to visit with, Dave Holmes about, just because of the amount it is, we've got to find potential storage for a lot of property.
okay.
Just trying to get ahead of that curve for us, but I think.
No, it makes sense. I hate to hear about the uptick in rents that trails with what we heard yesterday morning in our department head meeting. Usually when you start seeing an uptick in rents, that's I don't want to say it's a harbinger, it's a sign the economy is not going quite as well as it was. So
We're up pretty substantial compared to last year.
okay, good deal.
It's just busy stuff.
All right, well, good deal. I don't have any presentations for you guys this morning, so this is the opportunity for open forum. If you're here to address the court on any matter whatsoever, this is your opportunity to do so. If you would come forward, state your name, because there's people participating at home, obviously, they need to know who you are. And if you limit your comments to about 3 to 5 minutes in duration, and as we respect you, please show respect to the Commissioner's Court. Is there anybody here for open forum this morning? Going once, going twice? All right, we'll come back to it if we need to. All right, so moving on to number 1, observe and record the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2023, GASB number 75. Miss Susan, how are you this morning? I couldn't see you behind Scott back there. That's not a commentary on Scott. You just hide really well. So
I didn't bring the report with me, but this was our mid-year cycle, so it wasn't as long a report, but they value our it's kind of crazy that it's required for our financials.
Yeah. The benefit package.
Yes,
Okay.
the employee, it's for employee benefits, so they look at that and say how much of that is a liability going forward, or what is a liability. It's all about putting liabilities on our books. So.
Like we're a publicly traded corporation or something. Yeah. We remember we had to start doing this about 4 years ago as a change in the rules from the Generally Accepted Accounting Standards Board. So it would be my recommendation that we observe and record the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2003, GASB number 75.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, any abstentions? Motion carries. Number 2, discussion and action regarding approval of a lease agreement between Hill County and Xerox for a copy machine at the Hill County Jail. This is replacing an existing copy machine.
Yes, one in the jail.
Okay, so we've got, this is going to be the fax line, the whole scanner. It's kind of the all-in-one machine that most we use around the county.
Yes.
Okay, good deal. Any questions? Got a lease term of 48. Yes, ma'am, 2 of them. We clarify that. you'll have to forgive any typographical errors on the agenda because I got an admission to make. Paula was out last week, and I had to type it, so this is what my fingers look like. I'm not really good at that, so anyway, my bad. All right, anything else on that? We've got a minimum payment 170. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'm making a motion for
I have a motion, a second, to approve 2 copier lease agreements for the Hill County Sheriff's Office, one going in the jail, one up front. Any further consideration? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. I'm gonna go ahead and sign these and kick these over to you. There we go. That takes us to number 3, and this is gonna be the interesting one, guys. Discuss and approve bids received for healthcare insurance request for proposal. Oh, we're at the third page of that. So we have our broker here with us today, Anco Insurance, and they're gonna give a short presentation over what it is they found. We went out for bid, obviously, a while back. They've been negotiating since we got those bids returned. So here's kind of what we got today. Thank you, sir.
All right. You open up your booklet there. We went out to market like we do every year, and what we've been doing for y'all. We had a really good year this year. Our claims look pretty well. They've kind of bounced around, but they look good, so they look good to the market. So if you open that first page, go to that spreadsheet. It's about the third page here, right here. It's going to start with your current plan. Then it'll go to where the renewal came out originally. Actually, we had negotiated a little bit from there to where the final renewal numbers are, which is at a -5% for the county, which is fantastic.
So for Blue Cross, if we were to stay with Blue Cross, we'd have a negative.
-5.
Wow.
-5.
Wow.
And so that's 2 years in a row at a -5. That's fantastic. Right? And so our claim is everything's working like we planned on it working.
Good.
And you look really attractive to the market. So we actually had some pretty unique bids come in, and I'm fixing to walk you through those.
Okay.
But just so y'all know, to keep everything just like you got it, your $500 deductible, your $2,500 out of pocket max with your Morgan White, with your Blue Cross, you're getting a 5% reduction in your rates. Okay. Real close to that. You know, underwriters' rates are not exactly 5, but it's,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's right around in there. It's right around 5%, which is wonderful. Okay. So that's worst case scenario. So if you flip over to the back side of that page real fast, I'll kind of show you the marketing result here, what we look like. The Blue Cross numbers include the Morgan White card in them. The other numbers do not. So when it comes down to it, I walk through all these different plans. So your Scott and White, your Aetna, United, everything that's on that plan. The best offer besides your Blue Cross renewal, in my opinion, is a curative offer. So if you're looking at your decision, you're going to look at between curative and Blue Cross.
Okay.
And those are the best 2 offers on the table. You can renew with what you got, or you look at possibly considering moving to curative. Curative is going to be on the very far right on that spreadsheet. And let me just kind of walk you through a curative. Most of y'all haven't heard of curative before, I'm assuming, right?
Not until yesterday afternoon.
Not till yesterday afternoon, that's right. So Anco, we currently are our employees, and we are on curative right now. It is a newer product out there, a carrier that's out there. New, I mean, a couple several years, but we can only sell A-rated companies, so it's financially very strong. They actually invented the rapid COVID test a long time ago. So they've got lots of money. Okay. They created a really unique plan design. Just to give you a little brief background on it, they believe that if people get their care up front, they'll avoid some of the larger claims, and overall the financial costs will level out for them. And we've looked at their financials. The financials are doing what they say right now. You know, it's so new, you don't know where that's going to go. But let me talk about the plan itself. So I'm on currently, Scott on it currently, and not to say it's the best fit, but just so everybody can make the best decision for themselves. Is basically they give you one plan design. Okay, that's it. There's one plan design. Everybody has a $5,000 deductible until they get a Zoom screening. They have to do a 45-minute, 30 to 45 minutes different for everybody. You get a concierge coach, you do a Zoom screening. Then they move everybody to a 0 deductible, 0 out-of-pocket plan. Okay.
So you go from having a $5,000 deductible until you spend 45 minutes of your life talking with their nurse or person or whoever.
That's right.
Okay. And after that, it goes to, you have no out of pocket.
Except for specialty meds, there is a small copay for either 50 or 250, depending on that specialty. Other than that, everything else is 0.
So any of my prescriptions, I have no out of pocket anymore.
Correct,
Any of my doctor visits, I have no out of pocket.
correct.
If I go to my primary care physician or I go to my nephrologist or some other specialist, I have no out of pocket.
That's correct. That's
Okay.
correct. It's always 0, 0, 0. It is,
That's a substantial saving to the employees here.
it is, and the rates are really, really nice.
I see.
As you can see, and it's a 2-year rate guarantee
So-
instead of 1.
So their per employee is $149 cheaper than the Blue Cross renewal.
Correct. Let me look at.
No, no, make sure I'm right
It's a
about that.
negotiated renewal. What's the negotiated?
Uh,
769.
It's 7069 is negotiated. It was 802. It's a 7069 is negotiated,
About $100.
about $100.
About $100, but you're also going to 0 deductible versus that. Now, they use a network called First Health Network. Aetna created that network a long time ago, so it is a large PPO network. The local drug pharmacy is in network here. I will say, Curative still new, so the one thing on the pharmacy side that could give people fits is there's not, they use HEB as their primary pharmacy, but there's not one here, so you kind of get their extended pharmacy. So what's the local one called? Eagle Drug is in network with Curative. Scott just looked at in Clifton, the hospital there, it's in network.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
so,
about UT Southwestern? Just curious, man.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not gonna, Blue Cross's network is the largest network there is, right? First Health is a large network, but it's not gonna be quite as large as Blue Cross, okay? But the plan, I mean, my son's had Tommy John surgery this year. I haven't paid for a single prescription. I haven't paid for a doctor's office visit, neither has my kids or any of my family have paid for anything so far this year. So it works, like it says, as long as you go in network and you go to the pharmacy network. Now, they do have same day mail delivery. That's their preferred route, if possible, or within 24 hours if it's in the afternoon, okay, that they'll deliver to your house. It is a really, really unique offer, and the plan works really, really well.
So just to clarify, they're looking at 769.51 for renewal on Blue Cross Blue Shield. They're looking at 858.02, about $100 more if we go with these folks.
No, sir. No, it's $100 less.
Well, okay, I'm misreading this. What am I looking at? Yeah, I want to make sure I'm misreading this reason I'm asking questions. I know something ain't sounding. Oh, it's 653. Forgive me, I was looking at the other one. I apologize.
This is here.
Okay, cool. So we're right now, our renewal will be 769 with Blue at the 5% discount. And then our curative, if we were curative, it'd be 653.90. Wow, that's insane.
In our contract right now, the 2 that we're on.
Yeah.
63, that's awesome.
But it's like just, for example, like you look at family rate or
The family,
the child rate, you're looking $300 a month.
you have 200 plus dollars a month on it. Yeah, family, wow.
So
So there'd be a substantial savings to the county, somewhere around 800,000 over 2 years.
easy, yeah, it's about, the way I did the math, it's about 325-ish a
Per
year, enrollment, depending on, can change with a few people,
Yeah, yeah.
exact, but based on current enrollment, it's about 325,000 or so.
So I guess the big question I'm gonna have is gonna be about we all know Blue, everybody knows Blue. So we know who's in network, who's out of network. Do we have a good list that we could share to see who's in network, who's out of network?
We could pull a list and provide it to you if you wanted to, send out and think about this, because you got time.
Okay,
And
So
you
don't-
got 2 really good offers. There's not a bad decision on the table. here.
okay, so if we want to sit on this until next Tuesday and take action. That's not, these offers don't go away.
That's not, no.
I really like this curative offer since I found out about it yesterday, but part of me sees something that looks like it's too good to be true, and I gotta talk to some people here. You just gotta do our due diligence, but no, I understand from our conversation yesterday, the city of Itasca uses this,
Mhm.
Patilla Brown and Hill outside auditors uses this,
We put about
Is that?
is in network.
That
51.
red card, will it still work?
Did we have to use the red card still?
That'll go away. You'll have one card, just your.
One card to rule them all, if anybody gets the Lord of the Rings.
So we probably put 51 groups with curative, several thousands of employees.
Okay.
Over the last year and a half.
And you're obviously using them yourself, and with all these other people, are you guys having many issues come up?
No, I mean, making sure people do their Zoom screenings, right? And once the pharmacy, that's the only, making sure they get their pharmacy taken care of. And after that, everybody's been happy. Actually, our enrollment's growing up, lots of people moving to our plan because of that.
Guys,
So, I mean, everybody, I mean, I'll be honest, I was skeptical too, just
Yeah.
to see how this thing's gonna play out, right? But they do, they've done what it said it's gonna do.
Okay.
So, I don't have anything other to say. I mean, that's honest.
No, I appreciate it. And you've not steered us wrong yet. We've been, we've got a lot of faith in what you and Scott bring back to us. We appreciate that. I'm leaning towards this, but it's something new and I want to talk to some people, you know, obviously you're using it, but, reach out to some other folks. And I guess, Scott, if you guys can get us kind of an in-network, out-of-network. So I hate for everybody to call you individually, goes, Dr. In. So if we just get one time, we can make it available to see. But this seems to be a substantial savings for the county, a substantial savings for the employee and their family as well. It's hard to beat a deal that looks like that on paper.
It is. So it is a 2-year rate guarantee, which is even
Even crazier.
nicer. And
Yeah.
they gave you a $20,000 transition credit on top.
Forgive me, I don't understand that.
So in other words, to move, if you decide to move, they give you $20,000 credit back on one of your invoices
Wow.
on top. Good.
Gentlemen, thoughts?
I like it. I'd like to get these two in on it, just because.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, yeah,
What's the difference in the 150 and then the 850?
what's that now?
Under the currency, you've got 150 and then 80.
So they automatically put you on the $0 plan that's right here. If you don't do the Zoom screen, then you get the 5,000. Okay, so you need to do the Zoom contract. I mean, I've done it, Scott's done it. I mean, you got 120 days to do it. And so you need to make sure you get it done. And it is really nice because you get a personal health coach, concierge, and they actually will text you, call you, they'll help you with anything throughout the year. So it's been a really good deal for us. I mean, it's saved my family a lot of money since we like to go to the
Yeah,
doctor and tear up all kind of stuff.
yeah, we seem to have that around my place too. It's amazing.
So,
I said, we seem to have that problem around my house too. That's kind of amazing.
yeah.
Okay, well, guys, any further questions for either Mr. Anderson or Mr. Estel? All right, guys, we're gonna do our due diligence on this end. If you guys be cool enough to, are good enough to send us the network list as you can find, this looks really good.
Yeah,
So,
I will. And there's a few other things they'll do. 50 and over, they'll actually pay for cancer screenings at no cost. They'll give you weight loss stuff at no cost. It's pretty unique.
what are they like on the blood work? Like, you know, right now, blood work, we're paying a lot. I have to have a lot of blood drawn. It's no secret. I tell the world I've got bad kidneys. I was born with a disease that causes your kidneys to fail. That's just how it is. And so I got to get blood work drawn several times a year. And so under blue, there's a considerable, not bad, but you know, the out of pocket for the blood work is what it is. And there's no copay on this?
No, we're doing that was zero. But really, wow. Yeah.
I've had 2 blood works on the plan in the last 6 months and just made a big.
I do have a question. Are they gonna be in business for 2 years?
And that was my first question.
Yeah.
You know, we've met the head owner or CEO of the company's and he sat down in our office, walked through their financials and I mean, they're really good. They're managing prescription costs really well, probably better than any of the other carriers currently right now. That's
Okay.
all I can say right now. So right now the financials are good. So we can't provide a quote for anything that's not A-rated or better. So that's just, if they're not, we can't show it to you.
Okay.
So we're showing it to basically everybody. And they won't quote small groups. So, you know, this is they'll, you know, 40 and up or so, sub 20 and up, 25 and up, that's only market segment.
Okay.
And we tell you all the great things about it too, but there's always that, you know, what do we not know, what's different? When you're changing carriers, let's just say you're on a prescription drug, you had to get a pre-authorization sometime.
Yeah.
You've been on blue.
Yeah.
Change the carriers, you have to get that pre-authorization right. So just know that, we try to tell people up front, like, hey, you know, you're taking this medicine, you know, you got a pre-auth. Go ahead and call them, let them know you're changing insurance, it's 2-1, and so you get that process.
Okay.
So that's the only thing, anytime you change carrier, it doesn't matter if everyone, not healthcare, anybody can change.
Yeah, we went from,
The process, but.
yeah, we went adding the blue, same thing. All right, well, I appreciate that. That's good advice.
To add to that, all the ancillary stuff, your dental, your vision, any other line of coverage, you all got a zero.
Okay,
So
same.
it's everything staying the same and we went to the market, it's all in there. There's no reason to make a change. There's not any better offer out there than what you've got. So really your decisions are coming down to reviewing whether you want to keep blue, stay with blue, or consider moving to Cure.
Okay.
That's the Easiest way to look at it. There's two really good offers, so y'all in a really good spot. Medical trend right now is around 11%.
Now, we appreciate all you guys have done for us, and then I've got to give the employees a pat on the back. You know, the commissioners have done a few things to try to keep those claims off by going with telemed, and employees have really educated themselves in those processes using the red card. So we went from paying 130, 140% of, you know, premiums out a couple of years ago to making ourselves look kind of enviable again. Just took time to get there, and I'm really proud of this group for getting it done. So.
Absolutely. That's really awesome.
Do we need to put one of the copy of this in the other two commissioner boxes?
It's in there. We actually, I didn't know he was going to bring these. I should have thought about that, but Miss Rachel printed all this out for us and emailed it to you.
Okay, they have it.
Yeah, they have it. Yeah, you got it. So, yeah, we're not gonna let them dawdle. We're gonna do it next Tuesday, one way or the other. We're just gonna have everybody that's elected, call, ask somebody you know, if it's on one of these programs. You know, like I said, we all know people in the city of Itasca. We all know people at Attila Brown and Hill. Just give them a holler, see what they think. But if this is what we believe it to be, it seems like a really, a deal we can't pass up.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right, good deal. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
I appreciate you gentlemen being with us this morning, and we'll let you know next Tuesday what it's gonna do.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. All right, well, gentlemen, that is no action on that item today, but as you can see, that much pretty exciting news if all this pans out of what it means for us budget wise. That frees up a considerable sum of money. Moving along to number 4, discuss and approve proposed dates for fiscal year 25 payroll. This is we found a little Scribner's error. We brought this through court last time, approved it. And what we didn't cover was there is technically a short period at the end of September, though the pay date doesn't fall in there in the next year, that there's a couple of days that are in that payroll. So that needed to be included in our payroll coverage. So any questions?
Make a motion.
Motion and a second to approve the FY25 payroll dates as amended. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed. Any abstentions? Motion shall carry. So there's that, and pass it around to you, sir. Number 5, discuss and approve 2025 Hill County holiday schedule. This is back on our agenda this week. We had a short discussion about it last time. Looking at it, what we're trying to do is get ahead. We have a truncated budget period this time. I said we're going to be meeting every week. We've met every week in July. We will meet every week in July. Gentlemen, have a good one. We'll see. We're going to meet every week in August. Part of our usual budgeting process is setting the holiday schedule for the preceding year, setting payroll dates, and at the last meeting of this year, we will set, according to local government code, our commissioners court dates for the year. So at this point, we're saying that we're looking at the same number of days we had last year. With holidays, we're looking at our New Year's, MLK, President's Day, Good Friday, Memorial Day, Juneteenth, Independence Day, Labor Day, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And the difference on these are Christmas, we're going to have to move a commissioner's court. We'll take care of that. That last one, that 24th falls on Tuesday. So we'd move that court, I'm proposing, to Monday, but we'll again have to take care of that at a later date, not today as per the code.
Make a motion, please.
Second.
May I have a motion, a second, to approve the holiday schedule for 2025? Is there any further discussion regarding the holiday schedule? I call the question. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Any abstention? The ayes have it. The noes know it. All right. Discussion on payroll. This is actually paying the employees. You received an email. I have a printout in my package. You have a printout too, because again, I was doing this by myself and we killed way more trees than we needed to. Just trying to be thorough. So
Make a motion, approve.
I have a motion and a second to approve paying the employees for.
Absolutely.
I didn't know if you're going to be against that or not. I was kind of on the bench there for a minute. All right, good. Second, a little nice and loud. All right, no discussion on payroll. I'll call the question. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, any abstentions, motion will carry unanimously. Number 7 is discuss and employee wage status changes for 7/12/2024. I shuffled the deck on myself again. We have here the new hires that are coming aboard this week. For this payroll, Clement Wallop, I've met the other day over in precinct 2,
Yeah.
nice gentleman.
Yes, sir.
And then we have on the people going a different way to greener pastures, Casey McFadden is going to move out of state.
Yeah.
You made him that mad that he left the state.
I don't understand it.
He's got, his wife had a nice job opportunity out of state and he's following, so we wish Mr. McFadden all the best.
He already has a job with the county up there, so. I told them to call me and I'll just fix him up, but they didn't call me.
Well, I make a motion, we approve the employee wage status changes for that date. Motion and a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, I call the question. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, any abstentions, a motion will carry. Observe and record elected officials training certificates. Our very own treasurer, Ms. Rachel Parker. She is the only one on here today, and successful completion. And y'all gonna laugh when you hear these at home. These are the kind of things that we're required to take for cybersecurity. So for successful certificate of achievement presented to Ms. Rachel Parker for successful completion of Don't Be Like Rick free Wi-Fi.
The pineapple.
This is the kind of stuff that your government in Austin does, is we got to take these kind of classes now. So the pineapple.
It's as much fun as it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, it's like that Open Meetings Act, 2 hours of bad cello music. So that was a good training, by the way. I'm not dogging that one. Everybody needs that one. All right, I'll make a motion to observe and record elected official training certificates.
But
Motion second, all in favor, say aye. Aye, all opposed, any abstentions, motion carries. Number 9 is discussion and action regarding approval of bonds. Did I miss something here? Maybe I might have just shuffled the deck incorrectly. That won't be the first time I did that. I did, I think. Or I put something here, should go in here. Okay, we're gonna bond. What we have for the bonds is official oath and bond. This is from Miss Susan Swilling. I make a motion that we approve.
Second.
Motion a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Ms. Swilling, I need to get you to sign this bond at the end of the meeting today, so we'll do that. That brings us on to,
subdivision.
yes, sir. I'm looking at something here. Again, I've got a typo here. Anyway, we'll deal with it later. It's not important. It's discussion action on the final plat for the Waddell subdivision. So the Waddell subdivision has gone through the development committee. That of course consists of the commissioner whose precinct it is, myself, the county clerk, my court coordinator, the county attorney, representatives of TxDOT, and Jesse. Jens, I'm sorry, I couldn't know Jesse's name. Sorry about that, Jesse. Our county surveyor and stamped engineer. So that being said, this had originally gone through, needed a few revisions on the plat, some minor stuff. Those came in last week. This is a new plat, so we're good to go. This is going to be south of 22 off of Hill County Road 2128. That's one we talked about previously. And so it's recommended by the development committee for approval as a final plat.
Make a motion for it. Second.
We have a motion to second to approve the final plat for the Waddell subdivision. Is there any further discussion?
We got any sign that?
Yeah, we're gonna have to sign that. You're right. I'm the one to pick it up. Hearing no discussion, I call the question. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, any abstentions, motion shall carry. We're gonna have 2 pages, I believe, to sign here. Let me double check that. We do. Okay. There you go, sir. And that is the end of our agenda today, ladies and gentlemen. So anything further? What, hold, before we make that motion, sir, I'm not trying to point you out or call you out by any means. We don't usually see you here. Is there something you want to talk with us about?
Flat right there.
Okay, that's what you're here for? You're good to go. I guess you're asking to approve it or against it, for it, against it.
That's great.
Okay, so you're for it. That's good. Yeah. I just didn't want somebody not to have a chance. Yeah. I just didn't want anybody not to have a chance to talk. They took time to come see us. So good deal. No problem. All right, in which case, then we have a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second. We stand adjourned. Thank you for your attention to these matters today.